Oh, there's Bryan. Overall, I'm definitely excited for Bryan, and he just overall looks great. I don't have many complaints, of course. Animation-wise, he has the same animation he has had before, but it still doesn't look horrible. However, like, it was to be expected. No more characters are going to get any redone animations. That was to be expected by the Harong trailer, and his animations don't look bad. And he has so many new moves and new stuff. He might as well have new animations. Overall, everything I'm super excited for. And just everything looks good, no real complaints. The only everything I'm super excited for, and just everything looks good, no real complaints. The only small problem, well, I guess I have two problems. First of all, he didn't even get like really any kind of redesign. Which I think every character so far has gotten one. Maybe Lily didn't. I think every character so far has gotten some kind of redesign, some kind of new look, an updated look, and usually that's normal for games. Between each game, they give characters some kind of new look so you can, see them from that game and be able to distinguish them, in that game. Bryan didn't really get any of that. They've pretty much just went back to his Tekken 5 design. With the red sash on the side. He has a bandolier. I don't know if that was there before. But yeah, he even has the fucking stupid leather Michael Jackson pants. I don't know. It's an alright design. Like, it's a fine design. But it's, well, a design that's already there, It's honestly a downgrade in my opinion, but whatever. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, and then the only other thing that I really have a complaint about is this right here. Perfect timing. Sidestep 1 is no longer a launcher. I noticed that also with Harong and a couple other characters, that a lot of things that normally launch aren't launchers anymore. And this is one of them. Sidestep 1 is a normal hit launcher, and it doesn't do that anymore. Pretty much just offers plus frames. He just does sidestep 1, and this, to me, this does not look like it's true at all. So I don't think you might be able to get something guaranteed here. He might be plus enough to get something, but I don't think he gets anything like this. That's not true. There's no way that's true. It looks like he recovers beforehand. Maybe it's just some trickery, but which I'm not thrilled about that. And it just seems like the direction that they're going in this game, they're removing a lot of launchers, right? A lot of characters have lost their launchers, like I said before. Harong is one of the characters I noticed also that one of his launchers is missing, right? Where it doesn't launch anymore, like that, like sidestep 1. So they're trying to reduce launchers, and of course also counter hit launchers, I'm sure as well. Magic 4 also does not launch, which is really big, especially for a character like Bryan. Also Paul, that's pretty big that Magic 4 doesn't launch anymore. So they definitely want to, I think, because their whole angle with this game is get aggressive, right? Be aggressive, be on the offense or whatever. Basically play like a retard is what they want you to do. And from that, they give you a lot more health, they give more time, they add chip damage, and they give you plus frames, and they give you things to, quote, be aggressive, and they want to reduce the punishment, right? They want to fuck with the risk and reward and reduce the punishment, the amount of launchers, and your solution is, mash rage art, mash, power crush. That's their solution. Get aggressive back is their solution to the other guy getting aggressive, which I don't like that at all. Nerfing back 1 is just unnecessary. I think back 1, this move is, if it's as bad as it looks, it's damn near worthless. Because the truth is this move's not great. Bryan's sidestep is below average, of course. This is a high there's risk involved. You gotta sidestep something in order to get this, and this is your punishment for letting him sidestep you, throwing out something that's linear. This really just handicaps it. Now, it's not the end of the world, because of course you have jet upper, so you can sidestep jet upper. So it's still not that big of a deal. Like, they want you to sidestep jet upper, it's no problem. However, if they want to help simplify the game and make the game easier for beginners, like as we've seen, they've been, fucking with Dragon Sign stance and stuff like that, trying to make the game more accessible. They want you to do that. This is not the approach, because all this incentivizes is sidestep jet upper, which they want to help scrubs. This is not it. So, I don't know. Pick one or the other, but I think they're just trying to reduce launchers. Anything that they can make not a launcher, they'll make not a launcher. I think is their game plan here. And then this, of course, also Bruce / Josie's, flying knee. And this is exactly what I assumed as soon as I saw the very first trailer where Jin does his super punch and then has the devil Jin wings and shit like that, I'm like, yeah, they're combining characters. This is a common thing in a lot of fighting games. When, rosters get way too inflated, right? They'll start combining characters, traits with characters, and combine them. Good example of this is Mortal Kombat. Example like Triborg, right? Pretty much all, Cyrax, Sector, and Smoke, and just rolling them all into one character, right? Another example is Katana, right? Melina and Katana. Well, there's no real reason for Melina to be in the game. Give some of Melina's signature moves to Katana, and people will play Katana, right? The Melina players will play Katana. Little did Ed Boon know that that's not why Melina players play Melina. It's not for gameplay, and it's not for moveset. And he got the full wrath of that on Twitter. But yeah, clearly that's what they're doing. As soon as I saw the very first trailer with not the very first one, but you know what I mean. The first one with gameplay, I was like, that's the direction they're going, and it's just been proven. Kazuya, combining, of course, Devil Kazuya, which doesn't really count as another character, and of course Heihachi also. He has some Heihachi strings, he has some Heihachi moves, and then of course combining Jin and Devil Jin. My theory is that when his eyes glow red, as we've seen in a couple trailers, that's when he gets Devil Jin moves, right? And then a couple other characters like King, and combining Armor King. And as soon as I saw that, I expected Bruce / Josie's moves to be implemented into Bryan. But I thought that might be a little too strong. Their forward command dash into leg click that adds plus frames, that would be way too strong to give on Bryan. But shit like this is fine. So yeah, this just is Bruce's final nail in his coffin. You will never see Bruce again. So sorry for all you people who pretend that you played Bruce. And then this right here, taunt, a different taunt, and then this is interesting. I really like this. So hold on. Boom, knee, forward 2-1. All right, forward 2-1, and then this looks like he goes into down 2-3. Is that 3? I believe that's 3. Which is super interesting because that's not a thing. Down 2-3. Is it 3? Am I retarded? Yeah, it's 3. It's 3. Okay. Down 2-3 is like the worst fucking string I think Bryan has. It is so worthless, and please correct me if it's down 2-4, but that even goes further to my point because I never use this dog shit. It's a mid string, right? That doesn't jail, right? It's not a natural hit combo. It doesn't lead to any reward pretty much at all. It's only natural hit on. It's only a natural combo on counter hit. Its damage is not very good. I think it's only like 30 damage or so. And it's minus 15 if you complete it. You can't You can't confirm it. You can't delay the second hit. And there's no counter hit property on any of the hits or anything. It's fucking worthless. Its best use is a worthless mid check. Yeah, but this is very interesting. Forward 2-1, which you cannot normally go into down 2-3 from that. And then boom, right here, flash knuckle. I don't know what the fuck this is. They literally, as soon as I saw this, I'm like, holy shit, they turned this motherfucker into Luke Sandblast. Because basically he does this taunt here, which is not the normal taunt, because he just goes straight into the like come here kind of thing, right? And doesn't do the whole knee shit where he like dicks around and then hits you with the knee. So this is a completely separate taunt as a boost, which I love this. I love this. This is like one of my favorite things in fighting games is, you know, like kind of boost sort of moves, right? That's why I like Urian. That's why I've been dabbling in some Luke, and I like Luke's hard shot, and it's literally he literally just gets flash knuckle here. So I'm assuming because there's a flare effect, he might be able to do something weird like cancel certain strings into certain other strings, like get different extensions on his strings, which could be interesting. But that could be obviously just a little flare effect, nothing big. And then right here, he literally just goes straight into heavy flash knuckle. So I know what I'm giving Bryan, my Bryan Fury custom character in Tekken 6. I know what moves I'm giving him for sure. But yeah, so he just gets that, and he gets a couple other things. Also, one thing in here, he does this down 2-1 straight into a sway. And then this palm kind of move, or his punch, I don't care. This is new. It does the big red glow effect, meaning big chip. This is very interesting. It's not, right here, he goes straight into down 4 2. Does he go straight into down 4 2 right here? Oh, let me put it. So down 4 2 1 sway. Okay, yeah, forward 2 1. And then 4, right? Just yeah, which that's 15 frames in Tekken 7, so I'm assuming it's the same. So he just beat him out here. So what that's trying to show is that it's plus, of course. The thing is I see no reason for this move if Hatchet Kick exists, right? Because he's going into that back sway, which is quarter circle back, right? And Hatchet Kick is, you know, a low, big damage move that leads to no combos but gives him plus frames so he can continue his pressure. This is a high chip damage move that leads to plus frames so he can continue pressure. The use of this move is almost exactly the same as you would use Hatchet Kick. If he's blocking high, you can hit him with a Hatchet Kick. Right? If he's blocking high, you can hit him with this and get your plus frames and do a shit ton of chip. I'd much rather hit him with a Hatchet Kick, and honestly, it's less risk, because if he ducks a Hatchet Kick and blocks the Hatchet Kick, I'm minus 13. It might change, of course. But yeah, I'm minus 13, or I could get low parried or whatever, you know. But this, if he ducks this, and, you know, it's a high, then I could get fucking launched for this. Right, so I see no purpose in this move. It just seems, and I'm assuming it's linear as well. Sometimes you can clip people if they try to sidestep a Hatchet Kick. This looks linear. There's no way this is not linear. The only reason I could imagine this is useful over Hatchet Kick is two reasons. Either A, it new tactics, something weird like that, like you can new tactic them off the wall or something. Or B, they do something really fucking stupid with Hatchet Kick. Like make it minus on hit or something like that. Right? That's the only thing I can imagine would be the reason that this move would be anywhat useful. Yeah, and then boom, that's just a normal string. Yep, and we saw this already. Boom, flash knuckle, literally just turned this guy into Sandblast. Into Sandblast. They turned him into Sandblast. No, they turned him into fucking Luke. Yeah. And then this is cool. I like this. This is new. So this shit's all pretty much the same boom, boom, and he goes jab, back 2, 1, and then this is new. This looks like a 4, right? So from back 2, 1, he can usually do, well, we see it here. Back 2, 1, he usually goes back 2, 1, and then the 4 follow-up looks like the 4 follow-up here, where he does kind of like a spin around kick, kind of like that, right? Here, it looks like here, that's a 4, right? This is a 4 as well. So it looks like they're replacing the 4 here with this. To me, it looks like it might look like his quarter circle back 4, right? The soccer kick. But to me, it kind of looks like his 4 follow up from his 1-2 string, right? He has the 1-2, 1 mid check, counter hit launch, delayable, and 1-2, 3, the low that continues his pressure, right? But he also has his 4 follow up that's almost completely fucking worthless. There's very few times you might see it. I think the purpose of it is to hit sidestep, but I don't know. It's questionable at best in most of its use. Sometimes you might see it in like juggle combos, like if someone orbits orbitals or something stupid, then you can do 4 and it will bound them. But that's like, it's honestly better just to do jab, and then what's well seen here, jab, back 2, 1, and then, you know, whatever else you fucking want here. Yeah, and then this is new. This looks like, normally you're gonna end a lot of times you might end your combos into like the forward sway here. Wait, does he even do back 3 here? I don't think he does. Nope, he does not do back 3 at all. Normally you do like back 3, like off bound, you do back 3 into, yeah, 2-1, right? Is it 2-1? Or is it 1-2? I don't fucking remember. I don't really give a shit. But yeah, it looks like this is basically replacing it. I don't know, not that big of a deal. It's more of a visual thing. And then this is some kind of parry that he only gets in his boost. I'm just gonna call it what it fucking is. Hard shot. It's literally Luke's V skill 1. I'm just gonna call it V skill 1. Yeah, so he gets this parry thing here. Boom, that's normal shit. This is all stuff seen before, except for that looks like down forward 1-1-1, and then he does a 3 here, which that's new. And then this is all just flare. Pretty cool stuff. Boom. And then back 1 round start. That's the Bryan classic. Smartest Bryan player over here. Boom. And then this is new. Down 3+4, 2. Bounds. Boom. Heat smash. It says heat smash. I forgot all the dumb heat shit, dude. I don't really give a shit. This is all the same. Sidestep, I really like this. Right here, he sidestepped 2 1s, I believe. I think this is replacing his sidestep. So he goes in here, sidestep, and to me, what this looks like is a sidestep 2-1. Now in Tekken 7 and previous Tekkens, he doesn't have a sidestep 2-1. His sidestep is sidestep 2-3 is his only string there. He can only do sidestep 2-3, which is this really gimmicky, shitty mid-low string, right? The mid is, I believe, -9, so it's like you can't even do anything like weird or gimmicky with it. It's super clunky to use. And then the 3 follow-up is delayable by quite a bit, and a counter hit launch, but it's like -15, I think, something crazy like that. It's not good. It's not good. It's really just a gimmicky string. You can get people with it, and the whole thing is a natural hit combo. So if they get hit with the mid, then they just get fucked there. But it's not a great string. It's really just a a shitty gimmicky string that you can just, it's a scrub killer. It's a scrub killer string for sure. If they know what the string is and they know what it looks like, you're gonna have a hard time trying to get away with it. But this looks much better, and especially since they're just killing sidestep 1, this is much cooler. I do like this. So I think they want you to use this off sidestep instead of sidestep 1. So sidestep 2-1 heat engager. So very cool stuff. Yeah. But what I think the idea is also is to remove worthless strings, right? There are a lot of worthless strings that are just scrub killers, that if they know the string, if they know what it looks like, then it just doesn't work, right? If they know how to deal with it, it just doesn't work. There's a lot of strings and a lot of moves like that that are just worthless. Down 2-3, like I said before, is another example of this. Just a string that has really no purpose at all. So I think they're trying to remove that as well, which is nice. And I do like that. I don't like the fact that there are strings that are just serve no purpose. So, but yeah, heat engager right here, taunt. So taunt is still intact, right? Despite the fact that he has this other taunt. So he just has 2 taunts here, and then this one is just the classic, taunt into combo or whatever. He does this straight into some heat bullshit, heat smash. I'd assume that this is his heat smash, right? And it's just, yeah, big damage. That does concern me a little bit, at least. Yeah, so heat smash, and then he does the taunt again into down forward 1+2, becomes a heat engager, normally a wall splat, right? But because it's a heat engager, I hope that's why it's doing that, is because it's a heat engager. It doesn't, right? And then from here he goes 3+4 into, I don't know, light flash knuckle. So yeah, he doesn't normally get follow-ups off 3+4, so this is a new thing that I'm assuming is only in heat. And then he goes, yeah, light flash knuckle, boom, jet upper, down forward 2-1, sway, soccer kick. And then this, wait, hold on. Yeah, forward 2, and then he does a heat dash from that, and that's new. That does not work. Yeah, so he does back 3, sway, 2, I guess I'll call that 2-4, straight up into a Bruce knee, a Bruce flying knee, and then from here, he goes back into sway, quarter circle, 3-4, which that does not connect. You can't hit quarter circle 3-4 unless they're in the corner. The 3 hits them too far. So that's something new. And then boom, right there. I think he's in heat this whole time, right? No, he is not. But he has the blazing knuckles, and like I said before, it looks like he can cancel certain strings into other things, right? So it looks like from here he almost cancels his double knees, quarter circle 3-4 into forward 2 mock punch. It was super interesting. And this right here looks like, if I'd assume what this is a forward 1, which is new. I don't see much of a point over this over forward 2. I guess I'm assuming probably the reason is it counter hit launches, as seen here. However, it doesn't have armor. However, it's not a power crush, right? Like forward 2. Is what I'd assume is the purpose of that. And boom, rage art, and this rage art is fucking sick. This is probably definitely one of my favorites. He just goes fucking Kaioken and boom, Doom fist to her ass. So I don't know. Yep, I'm definitely very proud overall of, you know, this Bryan trailer. It definitely looks good. I'm definitely hyped to play Bryan. So, yeah, the only thing I don't like is, of course, less launchers. They don't want you launching people in this game, apparently. So, you know, Sidestep 1 does not launch. And I'm hoping they don't do anything really stupid with Jet, with Taunt. Because they easily could. If anything's going to get fucked with, it's going to be Taunt. But this right here adds some security. You know, he gets down forward. He gets down forward 1+2, which if you can get down forward 1+2, you don't really need anything else. But yeah, I'm hoping they don't make it like plus 14 frames or something weird like that, so he can't get like, you know, like plus 14 or 15 frames, so he can't get jet upper or you know, back 4 or anything like that. I hope they don't do anything really stupid like that, but I don't think they will. If anything, like, what I'm thinking is they might like do what they did with Dragon Sign Stance, you know, make it easier to do, but, you know, make it where you don't get the same reward. You know, you don't get back 4, you don't get jet upper, which that does concern me, but that's just my paranoia. You know, that's not likely to happen. And then the other thing is, I hope they don't do anything stupid with Hatchet Kick, because I have no fucking idea what's up with this palm strike thing. I'm trying to look for it, but it won't come up. Because I see no either this is a worthless fucking move, or they dicked Hatchet Kick. Is the way I see this. Yeah. And this taunt right here, really cool. I really like this. Basically my two favorite things in fighting games, you know, boosts, you know, like power up boost type taunt moves, and Bryan Fury. So I'm super thrilled. Like this is you know, the perfect fighting game character for me. If I would assume how you do this taunt is, his normal taunt is 3 plus 4 plus 1, I believe. So how I assume you do this one is 3 plus 4 plus 2 is how he would do this taunt, if I were to take a wild guess. But yeah, super cool. Super cool. And it looks like, did they turn forward 1+2 into a power crush? It looks like they did. I didn't notice that before. It looks like that's a power crush now. He does like the power crush effect, which that is interesting. Normally that just offers plus frames, but it's a high that offers plus frames. I rarely ever would even consider using that. And the reason is because, well, I have fucking Hatchet Kick. And that's how I feel a lot with this palm strike, right? How many times, if you play Bryan, how many times do you use forward 1+2? Fucking never. Fucking never. It's not very useful. While it is, I think it's plus, isn't it plus 8? It's a fucking high that I'm risking my life on. For some press frames, I'd much rather risk my life on a low for some press frames, if I'm being honest. But yeah, it looks like that's a power crush, and I don't think, yeah, and they wanted to give like more people power crushes, right? Was their idea when they were like talking to the slideshow and shit, that your defensive mechanic is power crush? Yeah, that's the defense, power crush, just smash power crush, which is fucking stupid. And of course, I believe I stated this before, I might not have. Certain characters, of course, don't have, you know, just power crushes that they can throw out. You know, like Bryan, his only power crush is forward 2, right? He can't just go into forward 2 immediately. But it looks like from this, that's gonna be his, you know, universal power, or not universal power crush, but like defensive power crush, I'll call it. But he did forward 2. I don't think They might have made forward forward 2 not a power crush, because it didn't look like it had that effect. Let's see. Where does he do forward forward 2? Right there. I don't know. I'm trying to see if he's like glows come. Right? But it's kind of hard because he's in heat, right? Or, yeah, he's in heat here. I don't think... It might not be a power crush, dude. It might not be a power crush. I don't know. I'll just wait and see. But anyway, Bryan looks fucking sick. And yeah, this rage art is just super tight. Yeah, that's about it. Peace.